Hey, Talks Dear, Luke here. Now I've done the exterior on the A3, I've also done the interior, but it's time we tackled the engine bay. This car's done 150,000 miles, as you can see there's quite a lot of dirt there, but thankfully not too much oil. I'm also going to take this opportunity to test out Auto Finesse Enigma, which is their new engine bay cleaner, and I'm going to be pitting that directly against their all-purpose cleaner, Verso. So go and grab yourself a beer, or a cup of tea if that's more of your thing. Personally, I like sex on the beach, but the police told me that's illegal, and now I'm no longer allowed in New Brighton. Hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon to be alerted of all future videos. First things first is to disconnect the battery, and I'm also going to remove the battery just to give us somewhere else to clean and basically get more access to more of the engine. But I start off then by going to grab my vacuum cleaner, and I just give the entire noise deadening panel just a good clean going over. You can see there's lots and lots of dirt coming off this. I do the exact same to the engine bay. Whole reason behind this is just that there's a lot of loose dirt on there. There's no point in getting that wet and spreading around the car when we're trying to clean it, because that's just going to turn into mud and we're going to be fighting against that. So go and grab that first, go and get us away, and we've just got a lot less to tackle with. And you can see after this stage the car's going to look quite a bit better. All things considering, for a car that's 13 years old with that type of miles, there's not too much oil underneath there, and it's a fairly clean engine bay in all honesty for what the car's been through. But instead of doing a snow foam blanket on the engine, I'm trying to test out Sitches Power instead, which is their Sitches pre-wash. Now I've never really used this on an engine bay, but I'm going with the philosophy that this is going to soften the dirt in a very similar way that the snow foam does, since both of these products will have those characteristics when used on the exterior. So yeah, you know, the normal dirt on the outside, I think this has actually worked pretty good. But the results come up after doing this, and there was a lot of dirt removed just from the Sitches Power after letting it go for a few minutes. But then it was time to move on to Enigma and Verso. Like I said, Enigma before is their engine bay degreaser, Verso is their all-purpose cleaner. Now, if you're unsure about what Verso does, it can be used to degrease engine bays if you use it on a 1-to-1 mixture ratio between water and Verso, and it's actually pretty effective for that. So I was quite curious about Enigma coming onto the market, being marketed as a separate product and quite a bit more expensive than Verso, as to whether it's actually worth using it. So I'm kind of doing a 50-50 split here. The left side of the car is using Verso, the right side of the car is using Enigma. The pricing is kind of one of the key selling points on Verso. So Enigma comes in at £10 basically for 1 litre of product, where Verso is £9 for a litre. But the thing is, Verso gets diluted down, so even on engine bays, Verso gets diluted on a 1-to-1 mixture, so really it comes out of like about £4.50 a litre. That's if you buy the 1 litre variant of Verso. If you actually go for the 5 litre, which is £26, a litre used on a 1-to-1 mixture ratio for an engine bay comes in at just £2.60, so it's almost a quarter of the price in the larger quantities compared to Enigma. So what I'm doing in this shot here, I'm just going to use my drill brush to kind of get an even coverage quickly all over the engine bay cover. And I'm going to just rub it down with a dirty microfiber and try and just get as much dirt off as I can. And then I'm going to go over again with a white microfiber towel, and unfortunately the shot's a bit overexposed for white towels at the moment, so you can't really see the dirt coming off. But both products removed most of the dirt on the first pass, and the towel was pretty clean. But I did notice Enigma did remove more dirt than Verso, but not significantly more. Verso still did a very, very good job. And the same traits were seen across the engine bay. Again, this is not the worst car of them all, but there wasn't like significantly more removed from Enigma, but there was more. So my suggestion is, when using these products, is tackle this with Verso first, because it's much more cost effective. Anything that's too stubborn and then doesn't come off, I'd say then use Enigma. Verso is a much more versatile product in your detailing arsenal, because it can be diluted even 10-to-1 for use on just interior plastics, or 7:1 for use on seats, or 5:1 for use on wheel arch liners, so you've got lots and lots of versatility and flexibility with Verso. Whereas Enigma probably can be diluted down, but there's extra chemicals in there, and I'm not too sure whether I'd actually want to end up trying to use them on my seats or my interior plastics just in case. My verdict on Enigma is that it does have a place in Auto Finesse's lineup, and it does have a place in my detailing arsenal, especially when I want something stronger than an all-purpose cleaner. However, I would still say go and buy Verso first and foremost, because it's a much more useful product to have, and only then buy Enigma if you feel you need something stronger. Here I'm using black pearl trim and tyre armour, which is a dressing that can last for 6 months on tyres and for years at a time on plastic trims. Go and check my review out, which I did last week. If you haven't already, it's definitely worth a look at because this product seems absolutely awesome. And here we have our before and afters, and as you can see the car looks quite a bit more respectable once it's been done, and it looks pretty new underneath here. Now I do want to go a lot more in depth on my A4's engine bay, since that's quite a nice looking engine bay, so wait for that later in the year because I'm going to be doing a lot of painting underneath there and just buying new trims and really making that engine bay pop, because with its longitudinal design it actually looks pretty awesome laid out even though it's only a 2 litre. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and you would like to see more stuff like this, consider hitting it. If not, that's fine. But anyway, see you soon, thanks for watching and take care.